Welcome back to the Morning Blend. As Tiffany pointed out, I'm not super techno savvy, but I do know that technology makes life a lot easier. If you've ever wanted to show your snoring partner what life is like on the other side of the bed, today is your chance.
You got it. Dr. Madan Kandula is an ear, nose, and throat surgeon with Advent. He's here with more on the first app of its kind in the entire world. Welcome to the
whole world.
The whole world.
The
We've
whole
had
world.
downloads from Saudi Arabia, I swear, China.
That's amazing.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
So,
incredible.
yeah.
So why did you create this app?
Because we could, I guess, is the big thing. I mean, I think the big thing is just with all the things we talk about here, it's getting the message out to people, getting the word out, about the issues that we deal with, and that there's things that can be done with them. And then with this, we're able to twist it a little bit and kind of have people be able to interact with some of these issues, the snoring issue, the hearing loss issue, and kind of bring them home. I mean, make them. I mean, they're serious issues, but a lot of the stuff we deal with, as we talked about in the past, is quality of life stuff, and it's something that's around in the home, and this is an easy way to kind of bring it up, I think.
Okay, so the app's name is Advent MD, correct?
Yep, exactly.
Okay, so that's the app that you can look under. Let's go through, because there's 3 sections of the app that are important to talk about. The first one is the sinus center.
Yep, exactly. So there's the 3 centers: the sinus center, the hearing center, and the snoring center. This is the main page of the app. This is through iTunes. So you just go to iTunes and just type in Advent MD when you search on it, and you'll just download this to your device and use it. So this is the main page, and then we go into each of the specific subspecialty areas.
Okay, let's start with the sinus center then.
Yep.
We'll show that video page.
Yep, so this is a sinus, and each of these centers are designed very similar. So this just shows the information, or some of the information that's there. So there's lots of information about the things that we do as far as sinus surgery, balloon sinuplasty, the mini-cat, lots of things we've talked about in the past are all here, which is nice. And so that's the sinus center. The snoring center is very similar. The hearing center is very similar. So each of these 3 things are just the 3 areas that we deal with, on a pretty consistent basis. Through each of those centers, you can get through all our videos. So all these Morning Blend segments that we have, lots of people like to go online and find them.
We're a part of your app.
That's right, you're part of it. So
they
can get right there through the app into each of the, and they're actually all subdivided into each of these centers. So that's a nice thing. So if people want to, get to some of these video elements, they can get that. And that's a lot of information over the years at this point. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Why do you have an interactive map functionality?
It's just to help people get to find us.
Okay.
I mean,
So
there's
just
simple things
finding
like
your
that. So I mean,
location.
just if you've got your iPhone and you're just trying to figure out where we are, you just pop it in, pop the app up, and you can come right to us.
And then the next thing is this main page for the tools side of the app.
So the tool side is kind of like the Swiss Army knife side. So there's the 3 centers, and in each of those centers, there's really, I think, cool tools to play with. And this is the side where people get to interact with the devices and do some cool stuff.
Like the snoring tool.
Like the snoring tool. So
And it's annoy your snore.
So the goal of this thing here is, so this is for folks who are dealing with the guy or the gal next to them who's snoring every single night, and the person who's snoring says, it's not such a big deal. This is how you get back at them. So basically, you just pop up your app, and you pop that guy on, and this guy will loop. He's going to loop all night long if you want him to. So you can put him on your iPhone, put him on your pillow, under your pillow, in your pillowcase.
See, I think this is hilarious.
And you get back.
Okay,
So,
basically users download this app
Can we
to
turn
their
this guy?
device,
Yep.
then they can place it under a pillow,
wherever they want.
let their snorer get a glimpse of what it's like to try sleeping with the annoyance of a snorer. Because you know what? I honestly think a lot of people suffer with the snore, and they're like, if you just would understand
how
what
annoying
it's
it is.
like.
You can pull it out at 2 a.m. too, and that might be a little, even better.
Even
so
better.
nudge
Wake
them a
them
little
up
bit
there.
and click it on. So,
This is a really interesting one. It's your hearing loss simulator tool, and this is, I think, really helpful for people who maybe want to understand a little bit better what it's like.
What it's like, and this is cool. This has got, I think it's got about 24 different sounds that you can play. Let me just pull up. So, for instance, an orchestra. This is what it sounds like to somebody who's got normal hearing, so that's great. And then there's basically normal hearing, moderate hearing loss, and then severe hearing loss.
And that's what it sounds like.
That's what it sounds like.
Is
and
that
then
the moderate?
That's the severe hearing loss. There's all sorts of things. There's a party, normally.
Well, I heard that his wife wants to go to the lake.
So that's normal.
Okay.
That's normal.
I prefer to stay in the city.
That's
Hold
severe.
it a little closer to your mic.
Wow.
Wow, it's so muffled.
So, yeah.
You know, and that makes sense because a lot of people, when they have hearing aids, as soon as they can't block out background noise because they're not used to hearing it.
Exactly.
So it's something that's very difficult for them to adjust to once they have hearing aids.
Sure, exactly. So it makes it just pulls it into reality. And we can talk about it all you want, but if you've got hearing loss, and certainly if there's somebody who does have and doesn't have, it's hard for the person who doesn't have to really comprehend what life's like.
Yeah.
And this shows you. It's very simple, very easy. It's free. It's, you know, there's nothing. There's sort of, it's as easy as you get. If you got one of these devices, there's really no reason not to check it out.
It kind of
basically.
allows somebody to walk a mile in somebody else's shoes.
Sure, absolutely.
You know, to really understand the flip side of it.
Yeah, it really does. So that app is free, and the way
Yes.
you get it again is by going to the app store logo. You can actually go on iTunes or on your iPhone and search under Advent MD in the iTunes App Store. And that's where you can download it. Here's the information for Advent as well, so you can contact Dr. Madan Kandula with any questions that you have. The Advanced Ear, Nose, and Throat Specialist, located on Mayfair Road in Wauwatosa. The phone number is 414-771-6780, or visit their website, which is advent.md.
And what
Great
people
stuff.
saw at the end was the App Store logo.
Yes.
So they know where to go to find that specific
exactly.
app. Good stuff. Thank you
Absolutely.
so much.
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
being here.
Thanks for having me.